Hey there and welcome. Today, we are diving into a world that's right in front of us, but completely hidden from our view. We're talking about the world as seen through the eyes of a cat. It's a place of soft, muted colors, but it's also got this incredible detail in the shadows, where the absolute tiniest flicker of movement becomes the star of the show. It is a visual superpower, and it's built from one of nature's most perfect predators.
I mean, you've seen it, right? You've caught your cat staring, just laser focused on a corner of the room that looks completely empty to you. Or you've seen their pupils go from huge saucers to the tiniest little slits in a blink of an eye. You just can't help but wonder, what is going on behind those incredible eyes? Well, today we're going to find out.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the amazing hardware, the cat's eye itself. Then we'll get into the software, how their brain is basically hardwired for motion. After that, we'll piece it all together to really paint a picture of their unique perspective. And finally, we'll see how knowing all this can help you connect with your own feline friend on a totally new level.
All right, first up, the hunter's hardware. You see, a cat's eye isn't just a slightly different version of our own. Oh no, it's a completely different piece of technology, and it's been precision engineered for a life lived at dawn and dusk.
When you put our eyes and their eyes side by side, the differences are, well, they're huge. We've got these simple round pupils. They have those cool vertical slits, which give them insane control over how much light gets in. Our field of view is about 180 degrees. Theirs is a wider 200, which is perfect for catching something scurrying out of the corner of their eye. But the real game changers, that's their night vision and this very special secret weapon.
And here it is, the Tapetum lucidum. This is what causes that eerie, glowing eye effect in photos. So what is it? Just think of it like a biological mirror that's built right into the back of their eye. When light comes in, it passes through all the light-sensing cells, hits this mirror, and then gets bounced right back through them for a second pass. It gives those cells a second chance to catch every last little photon of light. It's just an incredibly efficient light recycling system.
So what do you get with that brilliant little mirror? Well, it means that cats can see in light that is 6 to 8 times dimmer than what we humans need to see anything at all. This is the hardware that makes them absolute masters of the twilight, able to navigate a world that to you and me would be almost pitch black.
But you know, amazing hardware is only half the story. The real magic, the secret sauce, happens in the brain. That's the visual software that has to interpret all that data. And a cat's brain isn't really built to sit back and admire a pretty sunset. It's built to detect the faintest rustle of a leaf in the grass.
Now, the basic pathway is the same for all us mammals, right? The eye grabs the light, the optic nerve zaps the signals to the brain, and then the visual cortex gets to work analyzing everything. But it's how the cat's visual cortex does that analysis where things get really, really remarkable.
So instead of thinking of it as one big general processor, picture the cat's visual cortex as this massive team of individual specialists. And thanks to scientific models of their visual system, we know that each one of these little specialists has just one very, very specific job to do.
Okay, so here's how it works, and it's pretty wild. One specific brain cell, one neuron, might only fire when it sees a vertical line, and its neighbor only fires when it sees a line tilted at exactly 45 degrees. Another one is dedicated just to horizontal edges. This whole system is called orientation tuning, and it basically means their brain is pre-programmed from birth to recognize very specific shapes and patterns.
So what happens when all these little specialists work together? The result is just astonishing. A cat doesn't see a confusing jumble of leaves and grass. No, they instantly see the clear outline of a mouse. All those vertical lines of the grass blades get filtered out, while the specific combination of angles that make up the body of their prey just pops. It's an incredibly fast and efficient system for finding dinner.
Okay, so we've got the hardware that's built for low light, and we've got the software that's built for motion. Let's put it all together now. What does the world actually look like through a cat's eyes?
Well, it's a world that's really built on some fascinating evolutionary trade-offs. You see, they sacrificed vibrant color vision. They mostly see in blues and yellows, while reds and greens just kind of look like shades of gray. They're also nearsighted, which means a bird way off in the distance is really just a blur. But what they gave up in color and sharpness, they gained in their superpower, this exquisite, almost magical sensitivity to movement.
This coat just captures it perfectly. A world painted in watercolors, where the slightest movement is a lightning strike. Imagine your whole world is this beautiful, slightly blurry painting. That's kind of like a cat's reality. But inside that soft-focused world, any tiny, quick motion, it doesn't just get noticed, it demands attention. It's rendered in perfect, high-definition clarity.
So this is all incredibly cool science, right? But why does it matter to us, as cat lovers? Well, because understanding this unique perspective can completely change the way we interact with, play with, and even care for our cats.
Honestly, the best way to connect with your cat is to play to their strengths. A wand toy that darts and twitches around is way more exciting than a little stationary ball because it triggers all that motion detecting software. Try playing in the evening when the lights are low. You'll be tapping right into their twilight hardware. Oh, and if you ever drop a treat and they just can't seem to find it even though it's right there, remember, their vision isn't really optimized for static objects right under their nose. And of course, these amazing eyes need care, so regular vet checkups are absolutely crucial to keep that superpower in top condition.
So, the next time you see your cat chasing a shadow or staring intently at a little dust bunny floating in a sunbeam, you'll know what's really happening. You're not just watching a pet play, you're witnessing a deeply sophisticated visual system, one that's been perfected over millennia, doing exactly what it was designed to do.
You know, this whole explainer was built on the incredible work of researchers who are modeling the cat's visual cortex, scientists who are studying the physics of their eyes, and of course, the veterinary professionals who are dedicated to their health. Thank you so much for joining us and taking a little peek at the world from a cat's eye view.